Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Rip Curl Dawn Patrol series for 2012 winter into 2013. So Dawn Patrol is one of our most popular entry-level wetsuits every year, and when we say entry-level we basically mean a suit at the lower end of the spectrum in terms of price. Having said that, a suit like this probably 5 or 6 years ago would have been top end, but as things have progressed, technology has become cheaper, those sort of like technical features like the really flexible neoprene have come down through the series of suits, and now you get a fantastic amount of features even in an entry-level wetsuit. And so the Dawn Patrol is a good case example of that. Basically, the suit is comprised of two different types of neoprene. The standard BTN sort of style of neoprene, which is the more old school kind of abrasive, bit thicker, not as flexible neoprene. But the majority of the suit now is actually E3 neoprene, which is the high grade, very, very stretchy and flexible neoprene that goes into suits such as the E-Bomb and the Flash Bomb, that kind of thing, which are really, really flexible top-end wetsuits. So as that technology's got cheaper, it's been knocked down through the range, and now the Dawn Patrol has a huge amount of that E3 neoprene, especially where you need it. So that E3 runs across the whole upper end of the body. So you get it under the arms, you get it all the way across the arms, around the neck, and it gives you a huge amount of flex. You can see right the way through the suit there. This year you even get it around the sort of crotch area as well, so you need a bit more flexibility around there as you're sort of moving. And a key place is around the lumbar region here as well, so that is sort of dipped even further down this year, that E3 neoprene, to give you flex in the lumbar region and movement in your lower back, which is really important when you're surfing, kite surfing, anything like that, to have movement in your back. The suit comes in chest zip and back zip. We're stocking the back zip this year because it's been really sort of popular, and it's a really effective system with the Dawn Patrol, and if it's not broken you don't need to fix it. If we open up, you can see inside the back zip, really straightforward basically, and this year it even comes with a back panel as well. So something that's different from last year is this back panel system. So previous years you just had like the zip with a little flap underneath. You've got the standard, you've got the blackout zip basically, which stops any water coming through. It's a PK zip, so it's nice and thick and durable. But this year we've got the added benefit of a back panel as well. Okay, and what that does is basically means that any water comes through the zip, instead of going straight onto your skin, it's met with this back panel and then filtered out the bottom of the suit, where there's a couple of little drain holes just to let the water out. So really nice little feature. It's sometimes known as a bat wing, but this one isn't quite a bat wing because it doesn't go up and over the head. A nice little touch as well, they've added this little cord to it as well, so people that have struggled to get that back panel up over their back before, you've got this little cord which is attached now, and basically you can grab and pull that cord and lift up the back panel, so you don't need to ask some random in a car park to help you out with your suit. So that's the new sort of feature from this year. You've got the E3 neoprene, more of that, but you've also got that back sort of panel system along with the PK zip and the blackout zip as well, just to keep you really well insulated. So the back zip is a really sort of technical, good quality zip within a suit that doesn't cost a great deal at all. Moving further down the wetsuit on the outside, you've obviously got this smooth skin panel. There's a specially treated neoprene to stop wind entering the suit, give you more protection from wind. Especially useful in the winter. And around the back you can see that you've got minimal panelling as well, so not too much seams on the suit, and any seams that are on the suit are contoured. That sort of contoured seam runs the whole way through and down the arms as well. What that does is, because it's bent, it gives unrestricted movement through the suit as well. So up down the side of the suit, huge amount of flex, and really impressive for a suit of this cost. Moving further down again then, you can see you've still got some of that E3 right the way through down the legs as well. All the way down here to give you flex. It makes the suit easier to get on and off, and definitely more comfortable. You've got the Duraflex knee pads, which is a standard sort of material, which just stops the suit wearing through where you need it. And you get them, I do believe, a little key pocket as well. Am I lying? Okay, no key pocket on this particular suit, but there you go. Not a huge loss. Okay, moving further up the suit, as I say, you've got the smooth skin collar around the inside of the collar there. Basically that's a specially treated neoprene again. Not only is it good to keep out wind, it's also good to stop any rash or rub on your neck, so it's a nice little point and attention to detail there. One of the main things about the suit Obviously, in terms of the thickness, it's a 5/3 because it's a winter, which basically means that it's a bit thicker for the winter months, keep you more insulated, and 5/3 refers to the thickness of the suit. So 5mm of neoprene on the lower body and 3mm on the arms and shoulders where you need a bit more flex. This suit is glued and blind stitched, and basically what that means is the suit is stitched across the sock but only halfway through to make sure no punch holes go the whole way through the suit, and on the inside of the suit it's then basically glued to stop any water coming through. So completely sealed, and it won't let any water through the seams. And then they use a little bit of that taping there just to make sure that any sort of stress areas like around the cuffs, around the ankles don't fall to bits. So, talking about the differences between last year's and this year's Dawn Patrol, and another example of that sort of like more high-end technology coming down into the sort of more entry-level wetsuits is the lining on the suit. Previous years, this wetsuit did have thermal lining on the chest panel, and it still does, but this year it has the flash dry lining. Okay, so basically that is this material here, and it's kind of like a thermal furry material. What this does is basically retains any heat inside the suit. So you get it on the front panel of the suit, which is around your sort of core area, and as heat leaves your body, instead of being lost through the neoprene, it's retained by this furry panel. Basically keeps your core area warmer, keeps your blood warmer, which will in turn keep your body warmer. The difference between this and last year, this stuff is backcombed flash dry lining, and what that means is the backcombing process basically allows it to wick or pull moisture out of the material and basically dry much quicker. So instead of this having to get into a cold wet wetsuit, your chest panel on the suit should be nice and dry, and the brag is that will happen within 15 minutes. So this panel will actually dry out in 15 minutes. So it'll feel much nicer when you're getting back into the suit, and obviously a lot warmer and retain heat a lot better. Inside the suit you can see all this grey sort of panelling is all the E3 material, so a huge amount of that E3 material running through the suit, pretty much most of the upper body, as you can see. And then you get more of that taping as well, just to make sure the suit lasts a nice long time, and as you can see that sort of glue and blind stitch process is really, really thorough, really comprehensive, meaning that the whole suit should be pretty much sealed. So, this particular suit, the Dawn Patrol series, is one of the also the entry-level suit that Rip Curl offer. But having said that, fantastic suit for the money. So you get a huge amount of suit without having to spend, you know, even up to mid-hundreds. So fantastic value for money. This particular suit comes in the men's version. You've got a ladies version, which is pretty much exactly the same, it's just shaped differently for ladies, and then you've got the kids version as well, which is always a very popular wetsuit for young water users. So the Rip Curl Dawn Patrol wetsuit series for 2012-2013 is always a recommendation from the Wetsuit Centre.